Panasonic GH5 is still one of the best cameras on the market. When it was released, it was ahead of its time in many ways, and even though there are some amazing new cameras out there, I'm still really satisfied with my GH5 and I haven't felt the need to upgrade. In this video, I'll share 10 reasons why I still love this camera. Reason number 1, full-sized, clean HDMI output. This was one of the features that really sold me on this camera. Most cameras now send a clean HDMI signal, but at the time, my old camera could only do this if you installed third-party firmware, and even then it would overheat after about 10 minutes and shut off. This one never shuts off. The GH5 has a full-size HDMI port, and in the settings you can remove all of the on-screen info. I use this feature all the time. I plug the HDMI into the Elgato Camlink 4K, and I can use this as a webcam for live streams and video calls, and I can also just pull up the camera feed on my computer screen so I can monitor my shot and make perfect thumbnail poses. Reason number 2, on-screen waveform monitor. One of the display settings on the GH5 shows a waveform monitor. This basically shows you how much light is in your shot. It really comes in handy in difficult lighting situations where it's harder to tell just from looking at the built-in monitor how exposed your shot is. There's only so much you can do to correct an image once you've filmed it, so I really try to adjust the settings to get the best image possible the first time. I love that it's overlaid on the actual footage so you can see everything together without having to toggle between screens. I don't use this feature often, but when I need it, it's a lifesaver. Reason number 3, audio monitoring. The GH5 has an analog mic input and a headphone output. The headphone output is great for getting a better sense of what the microphone is actually picking up. There's also an on-screen input level monitor that shows you how much volume the microphone is getting. I mainly use this in the studio setting to make sure my microphone is on and working, but if I'm outside, it's easy to see just looking at the input level whether or not there's too much ambient noise. Reason number 4, 5-axis stabilization. This is one of those features that has become standard on many cameras, but again, at the time, the GH5 was one of the few that had it. I shoot a lot of talking head videos like this, so I don't often need the stabilization, but when I'm filming a vlog or doing B-roll shots, the stabilization is amazing. It really smooths out the handheld look, and with one of the stabilization settings and a bit of camera technique, I can make the shot look like it was on a track or a gimbal. Reason number 5, that flip out screen. Speaking of vlogging and B-roll, the screen on this camera is perfection. It's fully articulating, which means when I'm vlogging, I can flip it all the way out and upside down, and it automatically orients the image so I can see myself. Also, when I'm shooting B-roll, I can hold the camera low or high or to the side and still have a perfect view of the shot by turning the screen toward me. I can't believe there are still cameras that don't do this. Reason number 6, an amazing menu system. The menu system on this camera has been updated a few times, but hasn't changed a lot from when I originally purchased it. Everything is where you'd expect it to be, and the default controls for navigating the menu work really well. With the addition of a few of my own custom button controls, I found it really easy to navigate the menu system and get the camera to function the way I want, even in a run and gun situation. Reason 7, image control. The GH5 has lots of great presets to choose from, but there are also a lot of ways you can customize and control the image. For regular video content, I'm a big fan of trying to get the image as close to the finished product as possible. With the GH5, it's really easy to adjust the contrast, saturation, and color balance to get the look you're going for. And if you're feeling really fancy, you can also load in your own custom LUT and preview how it will look in the vlog mode. Reason number 8, dual SD slots. Because who doesn't want more storage? Seriously, I can use 2 128GB SD cards and record almost 4 hours of continuous video. I rarely have to worry about running out of space, which is a huge plus. Reason number 9, Bluetooth image sharing. If I capture a great image and I'm really eager to text it to someone or share it on social media, I can just connect my camera through Bluetooth on my phone and import the image. This is more of a vanity feature, but it's definitely faster than having to take out the SD card and put it into my computer. And I can do this anywhere as long as I have my phone. Reason number 10, slow motion. This is one of my favorite features. The GH5 can shoot up to 60 frames per second in 4K and up to 180 frames per second in full HD. The 180 frames per second just looks amazing and gives me a whole other gear for B-roll footage. I often use a combination of the image stabilization and slow motion to make my B-roll shots look impossibly smooth. The only thing you have to look out for is light flicker. A lot of times you can fix this by finding the right shutter speed. So those are the 10 reasons I'm still in love with the GH5. And yes, there are other cameras on the market that I would love to have, but I am perfectly happy with this one for now. Leave a comment below if you still use the GH5 and why you love it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.